What's up, guys? We're back here again with another top 10 card arts. And this time, the choice is aliens. Now, this one was pretty interesting because when I went to take a look at how many aliens were there or what my choices were, they were primarily only in 3 clans, which didn't make sense to me, but at the same time made sense to me. And it was primarily within Stargate Nation. But I thought I'd find some in Dark Irregulars, but no. Only in Stargate Nation. So this one's pretty much going to be centered around that nation. And without further ado, let's get started. So just disclaimers. Remember, as always, with these card arts, we're not talking about grades. We're not talking about abilities, the power, if they're triggers or not. We are primarily talking about the way the card looks, because Skynight is superficial. So when making your choices and you want to tell me what you think is the best card art, just remember, keep those other things out and it's strictly on the art. Alright, so number 10 slot is Lady Justice, and I actually really like this card. I really like this card. It's such a simple art design with the girl, lady, waifu, just floating in the sky, shooting down a beam over the city. Probably since it's one of the older cards, she's shooting at one of the monsters in the game at that point. But I don't think we had monsters that early, to be honest. But anyways, it's such a simple design. It's just simple and elegant. I believe you can see a badge on her with some handcuffs. So again, just a very simple design for her. I just really, it's just nice and simple and clean. Nice, simple and clean. You can see into the background. You can see really far. So the artist did a really good job when creating this card, where the focus is her, but the background is just as detailed or detailed enough where things start to fade out into the background. So that's my number 10 slot. My number 9 position is a tie. It actually is a tie between Blaster Keroro and Blaster Keroro Dark. We don't have these cards. That's pretty much all I can say about it. We don't have these cards. These are Japanese exclusives, and I was a little hesitant at first to put Japanese cards on my list. However, these cards, they're from the other clan that we also don't have, which is a stranger, and it's just an awesome looking card. I don't really know much about the Keroros to begin with, but I love the parody on Blaster Dark and Blaster Blade. I think it's just a really awesome card design and card choice. And that is the number 9 pair. My number 8 slot comes out of fan favorite himself, Mr. Invincible. Now I should get some hit on this. Fan favorite. He's supposed to be number 1. Mr. Invincible. I like the card, but I think the card has too much blue on it. Which, for people who do like the color blue, they probably wouldn't like that. But you have to understand, like, it's the blues with a hint of red. The card looks amazing, and the pose is powerful. The pose is absolutely powerful for this dude with the cheesy grin. And I remember seeing him in the anime, and he's just laughing hysterically. Great art. I really do like the art, but I think the background would have been, if the background was different and probably backdropped against like a black sky instead of a blue sky, it would have been a lot better, just for himself to stand out. Because you can see in some places his body actually just fades into the background a little bit with the color schemes. But other than that, just like the card's pose, really sick. I do like this pose, especially with the name of Mr. Invincible. It's just the pose and the name fits itself. And that is the number 8 slot. Number 7. This one's awesome. Number 7 is Justice Cobalt. That's right, the critical trigger from Dimension Police. Why I like this card? Falcon Knee. Number 6. Number 6 is from Nova Grapplers, and it is Infinite Corrosion Form Death Army Cosmo Lord. That took a moment for me to say. This card is straight power. I know this is his second incarnation, and I actually didn't like the first one, but this one, when he took over the Death Army machine, awesome. I love this card. It's kind of powerful. The background fits him perfectly, where the focus is just him, and the little orb thing in the middle of his crown helmet thingy is awesome because you see the power just gravitating, radiating from that and going all around. I really do like this card. It's so powerful. The focus is primarily on the Cosmo Lord, which is great. The background just helps Cosmo Lord stand out, which is, I think, with something like this, it's awesome. Moving on to number 5, and this one again, we're in Nova Grapplers, Street Bouncer. The card, the art, and the name all matches what this card is, a Street Bouncer. And what makes it even better is the location of where the guy is. They made the background look very city-like, which emphasizes the way that this card looks. The guy is a street bouncer. It looks more like a mafia man with his henchmen in the back. However, I get the feel for it of him being a street bouncer. So I actually do really like this card. I do like the art that they decided to go with it. I'm glad they decided to choose a city background for it. My number 4 slot is actually from Wing Joker, and it is Daunting the Leader Oxys. Now, this card, I was going to have this card higher up on the list, and then every time I looked at the card, I was like, wow, I really like this card. And then I just kept bumping it up, and it ended up at number 4, which is pretty good. It's the dual background. I didn't really understand it at first, and I kind of don't know where the card is. And what I mean by where the card is, it's more of, is he outside, is he inside, is he in space, is he, like, where is he? Is that a sun? Is that a star? Like, I'm trying to figure the card out as I look at the art, which is good because sometimes the card art makes you think like, all right, what's going on in the background? Because again, this game is based off of an anime and a manga, so you try to figure out what is going on. But this card, power. This card art is straight power, and the focus, even with the sparkly background, because it is a triple rare, the sparkly background doesn't really take away from the card art. And I think the lighting on the creature's body is just perfect enough to accent all the right spots on him to make him feel like he's glowing with power. So I actually really do like this card, and I think it was good for me to put him at the spot in which I did. So my number 3 slot is this adorable little monster of Nonster Jewelmine. Fun fact, if I can fit this draw trigger in any deck for Dimension Police, I will. If I don't need any special counterblast or have to follow a strict archetype, I would put this in any single deck. I love this little monster. I've been playing it since, I believe, set 8 in all the decks that I can play it in. It is awesome. I love this thing, and I know Kaizen gets on my case when I was running Metaborgs. Kaizen was getting on my case like, why don't you run the Metaborg draw? And I'm like, because this thing is awesome, and the deck does not require a special counterblast, so I am good. Still doesn't like my choices. Alright, so number 2. Number 2 slot is Emolgman Crescent from set 7. I didn't think I was going to put an Emolgman on here. I don't really particularly like the way most of the Enigmans look, but damn. Absolutely damn. This card has caught my attention because it reminds me of one of the old Megazords from Power Rangers where they were just like the Shogun Zords, not so much kind of like the Shogun Zords, but it's where I'm getting at, where they had each person had their own singular fighting unit. But I digress. This card, I absolutely love the way this card looks. It is powerful enough that it reminds me of a grade 3. That's how good this card is, and there's a lot going on in the card in itself. I can't really depict with most of what's going on. Like, I think he's trying to fire a laser, I think he's trying to deflect a laser. He's got something going on behind him, so is he defending something? This card art leaves me a lot of questions that needs to be answered. Probably will do some homework on it if I can get around to it. But I actually do like this card, and it is my number 2 slot. So here's where the hate might begin, but my number 1 slot is from Dimension Police as well, and it is Dissection Monster Kaizen. The heal trigger. Much like the draw trigger, if I can fit this in any deck, I would. This card is awesome. An alien that heals you. There needs to be more alien triggers in Dimension Police, or at least good cards. But I digress. This art is phenomenal. I love it. The forearms, scalpels, needles, and just like looking like he is going to like heal you, which is a nice departure from what most of the aliens are doing in Dimension Police, because most of them you see them either attacking or standing still or look like they're powering up, but between this guy and Jewelmine, they're just like chilling. Like Jewelmine's out eating money and other currency type thing, and this guy's like, hey, I'ma heal you. And it is just like, it is just awesome. You see the whole like surgery room and everything, and it's just this card, it has came around a time when they were depicting that the monsters and the monsters of Dimension Police and the heroes of Dimension Police were working together to defeat an even greater threat that was coming, and I either believe that was Link Joker that was coming or Zeo, because Zeo also came in a set. But I believe they were fighting against Zeo because Link Joker came in a set later, or they just predicted that they were coming. So 1 and 2. Anyways, this is my number 1 slot, and I can talk about this card for days. But again, if I could fit this in every deck I could, I would. I don't have it in my Cosmic Hero deck at the moment because I got the Justice Trio running in that deck, and it's just a good fit for that deck. So guys, that is my top 10 card art aliens. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what your favorite alien card art is in the comment section. So, leave a comment below. And I'll catch you guys later.